Hello everyone, my name is Ankit Jain. I welcome you all to my channel Tech Journey with Ankit. Today's video is another scenario that we will be discussing based on the Lightning Web component, where we will discuss another interview question that has been asked, which is more like coding based questions on the Lightning Web component. In this component or in this video, we will not only be discussing the problem statement, but also we will be building the solution around that problem statement as well. In case you guys like to have one-to-one connect with me, you can scan this QR code and connect with me on the top mate. Once you navigate to the top mate, you will be landed upon this page where there will be two options. Option one to have one-to-one call with me. Option two is to go and get the digital products that I am offering on the top mate. There are a few popular digital products which are available here, like the interview code book or the interview guide book. Again, whatever the code that we will be building today for this LWC code based scenario will be available with this interview prep guide. Not only that, this interview prep guide have around 400 plus questions with detailed solutions for each and every problem statement that can be frequently asked in the past interviews. I hope this guide will help you to speed up your interview preparation. There are a few other guides which are available here, like the LWC notes and code base. In case you folks have attended the bootcamp on my channel and looking for a guide where all the notes and the code base is available, then this is the path for you. There are a few additional guides like the admin guide and the data cloud guide is also available on this particular topmate. I do suggest you folks please check this out if you are preparing for the interview or want to speed up your preparation on the different topics. Coming back to the scenario one more time. So in case the scenario here that has been presented is we have been asked to create a lightning web component from a sales manager perspective. What they are saying here is the component that you will be building, it should displaying the top performing account. Okay, so the key point here is the scenario that we have to build. With that help of scenario, we have to go and display the top performing account. And how to identify those accounts. To identify those accounts, they have also given the criteria. We have to identify the account based on the annual revenue. So the account which is generating the maximum annual revenue should be that. Those are the top accounts that we have to go and consider. Not only that, in addition to the account, we have to also get the key opportunities of that account as well. So we have to get the top accounts and what all different opportunities or the open opportunities which are making this account as the top one, we have to get those opportunities as well. So the way we have to build this component here is we have to go and first display all the 10 top 10 accounts based on the annual revenue. And when the user is making the selection on the data table, then in a separate section, we have to go and display the top 5 opportunities based on that selected account. So basically, this is how we want the screen should come up, where on the top, the user should go and select the account. If I am selecting this account, then I need to go and display the top 5 opportunities for that account. Right, so how we can go and build this solution, let's go and try to understand with a step-by-step process. And for that, I will take you to the editor where I will be creating the first controller, which is responsible to go and get the responsible data. So let's say here I am giving the controller name as create Apex class, that is the top accounts controller. Okay, it's a very simple Apex method which is responsible to get the top accounts based on the uh, annual revenue. So here I will be writing down @aura enabled method, right? And let me go and take this out, giving the method name here as get top account with opportunity, and here I am making the cacheable equal to true. Right now here I will be getting the account, and what I need to go and return here is the list of account only. So here I go and put the list of account. It's a very simple query that I will be writing. So let me go and put up here list of account list is equal to, let's say, select ID comma name comma industry comma phone from account, right? That's what I need to get, but I need to get the accounts based on the annual revenue. So here I am putting where available and annual revenue is not equal to null, right? And we need to go and get the top 5 or top 10, whatever you like to call it. Let's go and get the top 10 order by annual revenue in the descending order, right? But in addition to the account, we have to also go and get the related opportunities as well. So here I'll be putting my query for the opportunities, which is nothing but a relationship query. So in my scenario, account is the parent, opportunity is the child. So the way I will be writing down the query here, it is referred as the parent to child relationship query. So let me put down here. What I will be writing down here is the parent to child relationship query. Why parent to child? Because account is the parent and opportunity is the child. Now, a quick question for you to tell me. You guys have to tell me what kind of relationship is there in between the account and the opportunity, whether it's a master detail or a lookup, right? You have to go and check it out and let me know what kind of relationship is there. But irrespective of the relationship, the way we are writing down the child relationship query, the logic is always the same. After the comma, we go and start writing down the query, select ID from, and here we go and put the child relationship name. So the child relationship name is opportunities. Yes. Opportunity is not the opportunity. Okay, so make sure that whenever you are writing down the query, to remember it's the child relationship name that you have to put, which is always the plural form of the object name. That is the opportunities. And here I'll be interesting on the top 5 opportunities and which are not closed. So my condition here will be where is closed is equal to false, right? And I need to go and let's say order by amount and ESC, and here I am looking for limit 5. Okay, so this is how I am getting the opportunities. Let's say in addition to this, I want to fetch few more fields for the opportunity. Like I want to get the name of the opportunity, stage of the opportunity, right? Anything else? Lead source. That's fine. These are the only these fields are enough for now to go and get the required data. Once I got the required data, account and the related opportunities, here I am returning the records. Let me go and deploy this. It's a very simple component which is responsible to go and get the accounts with the related opportunity. Now I'll be invoking this component from the Lightning Web component. So creating the Lightning Web component, giving the name as top account component, where I need to make sure that it is always starting with the lowercase, right? I will be invoking this method. So let me go and import this method. So here I go and put import from @salesforce/apex. My class name here is top accounts controller dot this. Right, and I will be invoking this method with the wire decorator. So here I'll be putting the wire decorator, right? And let me go and call this method, right? So here I go and call this method @wire. This is the method that I will be calling, and whatever the result that I am getting here, I want to go and handle that output in the form of wired method. Why wired? Because I want to iterate over each value and check whether the value is available or not. In case the value is not available, I will assign the blank value there. What I mean from that, because there are few fields which are not mandatory, it is always present, like the industry, phone, right? In some scenarios, this value might be present, might not be present. In case those values are not present, I want to assign them a blank value, and that's why I want to iterate over the result. So here I go and put wired accounts. Here I'll be having the two things, data, comma, error, right? And here I'll be checking if data followed by the if error. Now, in case I do have the data, right? Then what I want to do here is, as I said, I want to iterate over the data one after the other. So to iterate over the data, here I will be iterating over this called data.map, and here I am taking the each item at a time, current item, right? And what I want here to return basically basically what I want here to return is the formatted value that I want to send. So let's say here I want to go and have the value ID. This is the first property that I am expecting that it should have. And for that, I'll be taking from the current item. Current item is nothing but now I'm iterating one by one account. So the columns that I do have ID, name, industry, and phone, and start iterating over it. Let's say dot ID. Same thing I'm doing it here for the name, industry, as well as the phone, right? So here I start iterating over the values one after the other. Why I'm having an error? Let's see. And it's depreciated. Okay, do I need to put something like this because I need to go and return the array of objects? It's something I'm messing up. So let me go and put it one more time. So data.map. Here I am putting the current item, right? And here, let me go and return the, yeah, now this is looks good, right? I think I was missing something. That the part that I was missing here is the return statement. So here I'm returning the ID, name, industry, as well as the phone. Again, you have to make sure that whatever the values that you are putting here, it must be the API name of the field. Why? Because these values are coming up from the Apex, and in the Apex we are actually having the API name of the field. On the left hand side, you can give any name here. It's completely fine because these are the JavaScript properties that you are defining up here. Now, whatever the output that I am getting here, let me go and store this output into the one of the properties. So here, let me go and define the two properties: accounts, data, and errors. Right? So what I am doing here is the output that I am getting after iterating over it. Here I am putting that under the accounts data. Similarly, here I'll be making the this dot errors is equal to null. Right? And here I'll be making this dot accounts data is equal to null and populating the error message. So this is how I am doing it one after the other. And rather than directly putting the error, let me go and put up here error dot body dot message. This is more logical. So I started iterating over the data, and once I iterated over the data, I have populated here the data. Now the same data I need to go and display it on the UI as well. Coming to the HTML file, here I'll be putting the lightning card. Let me go and put up here the top accounts as the card name. And now here I'll be putting up here, let's say, let me add some padding. Div class SLDS value around small. Okay, and here I'll be checking. Let me go and put here the output that I am showing up here. The way I want to first put the heading here. That is the top 10 accounts by the annual revenue. So here let me go and add the heading. And here I'll be putting the heading. Let's say H3 tag class. There should be a heading SLDS where, sorry, not SLDS. Yeah, text heading small, right? And here I'll be putting the heading as top accounts by annual revenue, right? And after that, to display those top accounts by the annual revenue, here I will be using the Lightning data tables. Okay, let me also check whether the data is available in the accounts data or not. Okay, so what I will do, I will initialize that with an empty array. And coming back here, template LWC if. Okay, so here I'll be putting in case that data is available, then here I'll be using the lightning GST lightning data table, right? With the help of data table, I'll be showing this. So while using the lightning data table, there are three things that needs to be put. First is the key field, how you can identify the each row uniquely, then the data that you have to display, and what columns that you want to put. For the key field, again, while preparing the data, again coming back to the JavaScript, while preparing the data, I said that the key field in which the ID will be available here is the ID, where ID is in the lower case. That's why here again I am putting the ID in the lower case, followed by the data, what data that I want to show. That data is something which is available in the accounts data property. So here I am populating the data and then the column. So the two things are already sorted. Now we have to go and design the columns. So coming back to the table one more time, let's go and add the columns here. And here I want to give the column name as, let's say, ACC columns. Because down the line, we have to also go and create the table for the opportunity columns, opportunity as well. That's why here I am creating the column for the accounts, and here I'll be putting the ACC columns. And the way I want it should be coming up here is the array of table, right? So the structure is very simple here, that you have to go and put let me tell you, you have to go and create the array of objects where the object have the three properties. Label, this is the name of the column that should be visible to the user. This is the actual value, where actual column name from where the value will be populated, and what is the type of data that you will be populating. Label, it's a free text, you can put any text here. The most important part here is the field name. Field name should highlight what kind of data that you want to populate. In my scenario, the data that I want to populate in this particular column here is the name. So this name and this name, it should be exactly matched. Similarly, this industry and this industry should be exactly matched. And this phone and this phone, it should be exactly matched. As I said, I also want to make sure that in case the data is not available, then the value should be blank. So how you can go and put that? By simply adding like this. So it will check if the value is available or not. If the value is not available, it will go and display the value as blank. Okay, it is as simple as is, but every time it does have the some value available with it. I also want to put the annual revenue here. So let me get the annual revenue. I'm not getting it already because we are performing the sorting based on the annual revenue. It's logical to have the annual revenue here. And so let me go and add the annual revenue colon current of annual revenue. Let me go and take this out. Right, this is how I am also populating the annual revenue. And here again, I am adding the one more column for the annual revenue now, for the which is having the type as the currency. So as simple as is, a very simple table which is responsible to go and display the different types of data. I believe I'm missing one comma. So this looks good till now. Coming back to the HTML file. So now coming back to the problem statement as well. What they are mentioning in the problem statement, the data table should only allow the single row selection. How we can make sure that the data table is having the single row selection? It's very simple. What you have to do here is you have to simply go and specify here a max row selection, right? And that value you have to go and specify here as the one, so that user can only select the one row. And as soon as user is selecting one row, I want to execute the action, because what I need to do, I have to go and get the opportunities and display that opportunity So here I am putting on row selection, right? And here let's say I am putting up here a method called handle row selection, right? This is the method that I am putting up here on row selection is equal to handle row selection. Now coming back to the JavaScript, handle row selection, and here I do have my event. Okay. So as soon as user is selecting the row, what I have to do, I have to go and get that selected row. It's very simple to get that selected row. Let me show you why I'm saying it's simple, because if you go to the component library, out of the box, Salesforce have provided the methods on the data table using which you can go and get the selected row. So here I am on the Lightning data table, right? On the documentation, here let's say I'm showing you on row selection, right? Get selected row name. This is the method that they're invoking. And in this method, here you do have the option to go and get the selected row. So here again, I'm using the same approach to getting the selected rows as well, right? Now, but this event, it will always returns an array. What I am interested here is in only one selection. So what I am doing here is, let me go and put up here con row is equal to selected rows of 0, because from there I am only getting the one row. Now from here you can go and fetch any kind of a data that you want to display. For example, let's say I want to fetch the two things from here. Let's say the first thing here is the selected account, for which I'm defining the property, and another thing here is the selected account name. Okay, so it's an object that I want to go and fetch from here, and it's a string for the account name that I want to go and fetch from here, right? So how I can do that? So this dot selected account is equal to row, and from the row I am getting the name and populating here the selected account name. So I do have the selected account with me. Now from the selected account, I have to go and get the related opportunities as well. But before I go there, let's go and deploy this component and see how it is coming up till now. And if it is coming up good, then we can write down the further logic to go and get the related opportunities as well. So let me go and expose this component. Uh, Lightning app page, and here I go and deploy this. No module name. Okay, there is some issue in the spelling for the Lightning data table. Navigating to here to the HTML file, LIGH. The Lightning data table, LIGH. LIGH. Okay, let me go and try to deploy this. Same issue for the Lightning card, LIGH. Lightning card. Here I go and deploy this one more time. Closing element is not found. Okay, lightning card, LIGHT, Sorry for all the typos. Clicking on deploy this one more time. Lightning app page is not a valid target. Okay, I think I'm doing all the wrong types of things in the one video. So here I go and deploy this. Now my component has been deployed successfully. Coming back here, let me go and add that component on the page. Uh, top accounts component, dragging and dropping, clicking on save. Okay, seems like I do have only one account, which is having some revenue. Okay, let me go and add few other accounts as well quickly for the testing purpose. Uh, Clicking on new Udemy course. Okay, recently I have launched a Udemy course, folks. In case you don't know, right? This course talks about all the kind of development work that you can do by building a real-time project. So I'm just creating the account for it and putting the industry here as a education prospect and click. Oh, sorry, I missed to maintain the annual revenue. Navigating here, putting the annual revenue as let's say 5K, adding few more zeros. And we'll also be creating the few opportunities for this. Dummy opportunity one, need analysis stage, close date, a future date, amount is 5,000, click on save, adding one more, it's dummy opportunity two, 8,000, future date, adding some value, clicking on save. Let's navigate to our page and see whether it is loading the records or not. Yeah, this time we can see it is loading the record, right? And I'm navigating here to the inspection because on the selection, we are handling an event so that the selected account should come up. So you can see whatever the row that we have selected, that row is coming up here. And in addition to that, in that row, we also have the opportunities as well. That's what I'm looking for, whether we do have the opportunities at this moment available or not. Okay, I can see that only the account details are coming up for which we have made the selection. Now here, if I go and make the selection for this, right, here I go and I'm getting the details for this as well. So till here, everything is working as expected. We are getting the requested data from the component. Now I'm adding one more thing. What I'm expecting here is from this selected account, I'm also expecting the opportunities as well because we are sending the kind of a related data. So let's go and check that out whether the opportunities are coming up or not. So here the way I'll be putting up here is const opportunities is equal to row dot opportunities in case it is available. In case it is not available, then I don't want the code should break. I'm printing here an empty array. Okay, so again, I'm deploying this to validate whether the opportunities are coming up by this selection or not. So navigating here and refreshing the page. So coming up here, selecting the Udemy course, clicking on inspect. Okay, no opportunities are coming. Select coming up here. No opportunities are coming. Why it is so? Ideally, we should also get the opportunities as well. Uh, So here, if I go and execute this query, let's see if anything is wrong in the query that we have written, why we are not getting the opportunities. So coming here, taking out that additional braces, I can see I'm getting the opportunities. That means that opportunities is getting lost somewhere while fetching the data, right? So we are getting the selected rows and all those stuff. Then where that opportunities is getting lost. Top accounts, controller, list of account, and with the account I am also sending the opportunities, but while selecting the row, that opportunities are lost. Okay, one of the reason that I can think of it is getting lost because while iterating over this, I am nowhere storing the opportunities. Ideally, I should also go and store the opportunities here as well. So yeah, let me go and put up here that while iterating over the data, I do have the opportunities and I am storing that opportunities here. Now, those opportunities I'm trying to access here with the row dot opportunities. It's the same variable. Now let me go and deploy this and check whether I'll be getting the opportunities or not. As we missed to handle here, most expectedly, it was not coming. So let me go and refresh the page. Click on inspect, selecting the Udemy course, navigating here. Okay, still it is blank. Still it is blank. Okay, strange. Clearing the cache, refreshing it one more time. Inspect. Yeah, you can see now it is coming also. It was a cache issue also, right? That we have solved it. And now I am getting the related opportunities as well. So one thing that we have missed because of this line, because while iterating over the data that we are getting from the Apex, we are not storing the opportunities. We don't have the opportunities whenever we are making the selection. And now as we do have the opportunities, what we can do, we can again iterate over these opportunities like we have done here and prepare the opportunity data. Okay. So what I am doing up here is here I go and put uh, opportunity data. Okay, so coming back here, let me go and put up here opportunities dot map. Current item, right? And what I am doing up here is here I will be probably returning the value. That is the ID, current ID dot name, opportunity name, amount of the opportunity, and the stage name of the opportunity. And whatever the data that I do have, I want to store that data into the value that just now I have defined. That is the opportunity data. So here I go and put this dot opportunity data is equal to opportunities map. Right? So as simple as this, I started iterating over the data, right? While iterating over the data, I took one value at a time, and finally I have populated my opportunity data here. Once that part has been done, then I'm good to go and display my data on the UI. So, but I don't want every time this should be coming up. I want my opportunity data should be visible only and only when the opportunity data is available. So what I will be doing up here is to dynamically check whether the opportunity data is available or not. Here I will be creating one method that is has opportunities. And in this method, what I will be doing here is I will check if the opportunity data is available, okay, and it is having the length greater than 0. If that value, if that condition is satisfied, then and then only I think I am good to go and display the data. So coming back here on the HTML file, I will be adding the padding. I will also be adding the heading. Okay. Here, and my heading should be top 5 opportunities. Very good. Top 5 opportunities is for what is my account? I already stored the account name into the property, that is the selected account name. So here I am putting that selected account name, right? And after that, here I'll be checking whether the value is available or not. For that, again, I'll be using the template LWC if is equal to the getter method that just now I have defined. I'm checking the value with the help of that getter method has opportunities. It is available or not. So if the opportunities are available, then and then only I go and display that opportunity. And here again, I'll be using the lightning data table to go and display that opportunity. So key field is ID, data is the opportunity data, and the column name here is the opportunity column. Now let me go and define those opportunity columns here. So the way I have defined the account columns, I will be defining here the opportunity columns as well. The property name was right here. Again, I will be putting up the three things. Opportunity name. Again, the field name is something which is exactly matching what I am putting up here, amount and the stage name. All three of them are exactly matching. And this is how I am putting the column for the opportunity name as well. Now let me go and deploy this and see whether it is coming up as expected or not. Coming up here, clearing the cache, refreshing the page. The expectation here is based on our selection. The text should come up again. One thing here is this text should come up only after selection. So what I will do, navigating to the HTML file, I start this template from here and close this template. Close this template. This looks good to me, unless and until we are not messing it up. Let me go and deploy this and see whether it is coming up as expected or not. So expectation was previously this was coming, even though we are not making the selection, but this text should come up only after we are making the selection. So I'm hiding that part. I'm selecting the course, and here you can see based on that selection, those details are coming up. Only thing that I cannot see which is coming up here is the amount. So I need to check why. But other details I can see it is coming up as expected. Let's go and quickly check for the amount why it is not coming. Two reasons for this. Either I am not returning the amount. You can see that's what I am speculating. I'm not returning the amount as the value. So once I go and return that value, it should start showing up on the UI as well. Quite an interesting scenario because it really tests your skills on both the end, on the Apex as well as on the Lightning Web component. It will evaluate your skills on the uh, SOQL queries as well. So it does a pretty good job on all those front. Okay, so let me check. Udemy still amount is not coming. I think I have deployed it. Let me save this and deploy it one more time. Checking, validating the JavaScript one more time. Amount. Yes, current item dot amount. Right, this also looks good. Let me go and deploy this. We'll validate whether in case still it is not coming up, then we'll validate from the back end. Are we getting the value or not? Yeah. Now the amount started showing up. That means my component is working as expected, and it is showing me all the related data for the selected entity. Again, in case you don't want to show the checkbox, another thing that you can also do here is you can go and use one more attribute, that is the hide checkbox. What was that attribute? Let me check. There was one attribute to hide the checkbox. Yeah, hide checkbox column. It will go and hide the checkbox for you. They're all small things that I have already covered multiple times in the past videos as well. How you can get rid of the checkbox and all those stuff. So here I go and paste it. I hope you folks have found this scenario helpful. As I said, the code that we are building today, it will be available with the LWC interview guide, right? Along with all lots of other things. This is also available uh, along with this guide as well. Do check that out and please let me know your comments in the your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you. Have a good time.